There are two Chinese rap songs you just can't escape from the internet this year. They are Blueprint Supreme and Stacks from All Sides. These two songs are wildly loved by the internet. Well, at least internationally speaking, because they've sparked a highly polarized reaction in China. Those who love them are setting trend after trend on social media, while those who hate them call them tacky, annoying, and shallow. But why? The reasons behind this polarized reaction go far beyond just disliking a catchy beat or vibe of the song. It's tied to the cultural perceptions and the rapper's personal drama. So today, I'm going to break down the reasons for Skai Isyourgod's success and explain why his music is getting so much hate. Let's get into it. Skai, also known by his Chinese stage name Lanlao, has had a strong grip on everyone's attention since the start of this year. Such success doesn't happen without a reason, and in my opinion, there are three key reasons to it. Number 1, TikTok loves catchy lyrics and a good beat. Number 2, strong personal brand with Memphis beat and conversational rap style. And number 3, heavy cultural resonance. Let's start with the first reason. Songs with a catchy beat and easily repeatable lyrics are very likely to become viral trends on TikTok. That's exactly what happened on Chinese TikTok, aka Douyin. In the song Stacks from All Sides, the part that went viral in China was actually the part just repeating the lyrics 来财, lai, because the lyrics are super easy and repeat over and over like a chant. But that wasn't the case on international TikTok. That part didn't blow up there. Instead, it was the beats that took off. People were drawn to its mysterious, moody vibe. Also, I've noticed that Chinese songs often go viral on TikTok because of funny misheard lyrics. For example, when Stacks from All Sides went viral on TikTok, many people heard "sushi don't lie" and they started commenting that phrase in a lot of videos, which led to more people to look up the song and use it in their content. This isn't the first time a Chinese song went viral on TikTok because of a funny misheard lyric. Before "sushi don't lie," there was "women cheat." The second reason for Skai's success is his strong personal brand, which is built around a Memphis beat and a conversational rap style. Skai tends to use Memphis beats, especially in his latest two albums. His rap style is laid back, kind of like a chill uncle having a conversation with you. He sounds exactly the same when he's rapping as when he's speaking. I'm not sure what the style is called in rap terms, so I just refer to it as a conversational rap style. I know it's not mumble rap because he doesn't mumble his lyrics, but Skai didn't always rap like this. In his early music career, he even wanted to be a singer. This song you can find on Spotify isn't actually sung by him. The singing part is done by another artist named 淮河意识流. Skai only did the rapping part in the song. This is the song that's sung by Skai. Unfortunately, you can't find that on Spotify or YouTube. It didn't take long for Skai to switch from singing to rapping because he realized he couldn't compete with other singers. When he started rapping, he copied styles from other rappers and experimented with different kinds of rap until he finally decided to settle on the Memphis beat, a beat that was relatively new to Chinese rap. He also changed his rap style to a laid-back, conversational tone delivered in Mandarin with a distinct Cantonese accent. All of these elements helped him to create a highly distinguishable personal brand that stands out from the crowd. With the help of Douyin and TikTok, Skai was able to skyrocket his influence both domestically and internationally. Now, some Chinese people struggle to understand why foreigners would love his music since foreigners don't speak Chinese. About this, I struggle to understand that mentality because lyrics are just a part of the song. There's also beats, melody, and more. It's just like when you listen to K-pop or Japanese anime songs without knowing a word of what they're saying, you just vibe to it. The third reason for Skai's success is his heavy cultural resonance. In the Chinese rap community, it's not uncommon for Chinese rappers to copy American rappers and blindly incorporate elements of American rap to make it look cool. For example, things like gang references or popular rap phrases like keeping it real, skirt, and especially the phrase, you know what I'm saying, which has become so overused in their songs and daily conversations to a point it becomes a running joke on the Chinese internet.
所以枪打出头鸟 ，you know what I'm saying？ 我去美国的话，他们会跟我的 ，you know what I'm saying？ 连 21 Savage、刘 baby、polo 机、刘 T 恤，他们都会对我下手 ，you know what I'm saying？ 为什么？因为我比他们 hip hop， 我比他们有 rap， 我比他们有更多的 life，you know what I'm saying？Yeah, so it's me, you know what I'm saying? We're from 凉城州 I'm gangster rapper, you know what I'm saying?
Skai used to do that too, but during his journey as a rapper, he realized that blindly using these American rap elements didn't suit him. So he decided to pivot towards his own cultures, Cantonese and Hakka cultures. Skai was born in Huizhou, Guangdong province. This province is the heart of Cantonese culture, and the city of Huizhou has a strong Hakka culture. Since Skai grew up in both cultures, he's familiar with the way people act, their social practices, religion, superstitions, regional accents and languages, and more. He incorporates all of these cultural elements into his songs. Let's take a look at his song, Blueprint Supreme. For the intro, Skai sampled a clip from a famous Cantonese opera, The Flower Princess. He sampled it from the 1959 version, so even the lyrics are not what some Cantonese people are familiar with. They still recognize the melody. This reference connects with Cantonese people instantly, and that makes them want to stay and listen to the song for a little longer. The lyrics that follow after the Cantonese opera paints a picture of Cantonese people's interior design for their homes or offices, especially those who run businesses. The lyrics go, singing karaoke in a villa, silver arowana swimming in the pool. I gift uncle a tea set. He ground the ink and wrote me 4 characters. Great ambitions unfold. A calligraphy wrote by master himself. I moved the Great Ambitions Unfold calligraphy into my office. Even Guangdong nodded in approval of the Great Ambitions Unfold. Now let me show you a video from a Chinese netizen who is sharing their home, which looks exactly like the one described in the lyrics. Now you know how well Skai demonstrates what a Cantonese household or office looks like in Guangdong province. Aside from that, there are many Cantonese cultural elements in this song. I'm just gonna mention 3 elements here. Let's start with number 1. Living in a villa is a dream for Cantonese people because it symbolizes wealth. The second Cantonese element in this song is tea sets, fish tanks, and calligraphy. You often find these in the homes or offices of middle-aged business people in Guangdong province. Skai worked a regular job before becoming a full-time rapper, so he had been socializing with business people and clients. Because of that, money, business, and social codes are the main themes in his songs, and he even dresses like a middle-aged businessman to strengthen his brand. Do you want to guess his actual age? So my friend and I thought he's around late 30s, kind of close to his 40s, but it turns out he's only 27 years old this year. He's the same age as Central C. To be fair, without a whole middle-aged man look, he does look his age. The third Cantonese element in this song is Guan Gong, aka Guan Yu. He's the god that cops, gang members, and business people all pray to because he represents justice, loyalty, and is the god of wealth of the Western direction. You see that a lot in Hong Kong films. I don't know if this custom is followed in northern China, but down here in the south, in Cantonese communities, that's how we roll. I'm just gonna cover this much for now because Skai incorporates many of these Cantonese elements into his songs. Now you can see that Skai is really good at using his local cultures to create a sense of closeness and familiarity for people in the Guangdong province, as well as for Chinese descendants in Malaysia and Singapore who continue to carry on Cantonese and Hakka cultures. Some people even think he's Malaysian Chinese simply because of his Southern Chinese accent. Without a doubt, Skai is a proven talented rapper who is proud of his own culture and uses his strong storytelling skills to make an impact. And he succeeded both domestically and internationally. As everyone can see, he is well loved on the international stage. But how can an artist like this receive a polarized opinions in China? Shouldn't more Chinese people be proud of him? Well, that's because you haven't heard the full story from the Chinese side. I'm about to spill some tea. Let's start with the first reason why some Chinese hate his songs. Preference biases rooted in cultural differences. Many people praise Skai for using his cultures in his songs, but ironically, that's also the reason why some people dislike his songs. Since his songs are deeply embedded with Cantonese and Hakka cultural elements, a large portion of the Chinese population who are unfamiliar with these cultures may have troubles understanding his songs. Some people even assume Skai just threw in those lines without thoughts or meaning. They think he only raps about power, wealth, and sex. You know, it's all about flexing. So that's why they think his songs are tacky and shallow. Well, first of all, he's a rapper, and flexing is a big part of rap culture, even if it didn't start out that way. Second, if there's one thing rappers and business people have in common, it's that they talk about money a lot. Skai writes songs about middle-aged business people make money, how they act, and even their shady business tricks. Because of cultural differences, people will have preference biases and would react in a negative way when it comes to things that they are unfamiliar with. There are people who think the songs Skai sample sound creepy. For example, the Cantonese opera in Blueprint Supreme. As for the creepy vibe from the opera sample, I have two things to say. First, that opera is about a tragedy. And second, Memphis beat is meant to sound dark, and that's why you don't get a cheerful, bright vibe from this kind of rap. So up to this point, you could say people have preference biases because they're not from the culture, and it's reasonable that they don't like Skai's songs, which is fine. But what's not fine is the intentional misinterpretation of the cultures. Most of you who are watching this video have probably never used any Chinese social media apps. There's this one thing that only exists on the Chinese internet, which is marketing accounts, aka 营销号. You can think of them kind of like commentary accounts, but not quite. These accounts love to jump on news, celebrity gossip, or viral videos just to get views. They have a bad reputation in China because many of them make stuff up, spread fake news, rage bait, or take things out of context. But why am I telling you this? Because one of these marketing accounts made a video that misinterprets Cantonese culture. Let's take a look.
脖子上爱挂玉牌是在嘲讽外地人爱装大牌，因为在两广地区有拜死人保发财保平安的说法，所以歌词的前程300其实就是把外地人当死人拜，保自己发财的意思。好，有点阴招全整网友身上了。
There are two things I need to debunk here. First, the account claims that Skai was mocking people from outside of the Guangdong province who like to pretend they are big shots by wearing J pendants. That's just wrong. Wearing J pendant, or J jewelry in general, is very common in Guangdong province. Anyone can wear a J pendant, okay? I used to wear one too, on a red string, so it looks kind of like this. By the way, some of the largest wholesale J market in China are located in Guangdong province. So yeah, wearing J is just part of the local culture. The second thing I need to debunk is, in Guangdong and Guangxi provinces, there's a saying that you pray to the dead people for wealth and peace. So the lyrics 3 devoted bows in the song are basically treating outsiders from other provinces as the dead people by bowing to them in hopes of getting rich yourself. Yes, it's true that people from Guangdong and Guangxi provinces pray to their ancestors for wealth and peace. But guess what? So do people from other parts of China and other countries too. But nobody ever go, I'm gonna pray to these dead people for wealth and peace. Dead people? You call your ancestors dead people? That's an insanely disrespectful way to phrase it. And the second part of this claim, saying that Skai prays to outsiders as if they are dead people for wealth, is absurd. That has got to be rage bait. Now you can see how these marketing accounts manipulate public opinion by spreading false information to stir up an outrage. It got so out of hand that Skai had to issue a statement explaining the cultural meaning behind the J pendant and praying to ancestors. Here's a pro tip. If you ever go onto Chinese internet and see these faceless commentary videos with colorful vertical layout, they are marketing accounts, and don't trust them entirely. You need to fact check their information. I said don't trust them entirely because sometimes they are right. The video I just talked about was actually right about one thing, and that brings me to the second reason why people hate Skai's songs. He used a discriminatory slur in one of his songs. The slur appears in the intro of Stacks from All Sides. The marketing accounts I mentioned earlier called out Skai and explained the meaning of the slur.
别老仔就是说的两广以外的外省仔，大概就是你很土，你是乡巴佬的意思。
别老仔是骂人的话，带有一点点的地域歧视的骂人的话，你就是你很土，你三丢丢，你是乡巴佬。
别老仔 is a Hakka slur and is considered derogatory because it carries negative connotations and is often used to discriminate against northern migrant workers who move to the south. Since I don't speak Hakka, I did some research on Xiaohongshu and Douyin, and many Hakka speakers confirmed that this is a bad word. I think this is why that marketing account's video was able to spark an outrage, even though most of their claims were false, but that one about the slur was correct. In the same PR statement, Skai claimed that the term was used in a self-deprecating way to refer to his own friends or himself jokingly. It's an endearing term. Man, I don't know. The people from his Hakka culture are saying different things than him. Let me give you a little bit more context about Skai's background. Skai is a southern Chinese from Guangdong province, and he went to college in Sichuan province and worked there as well. While Sichuan is technically in southern China, many people from Guangdong consider any province north of Guangdong to be the north. So when Skai returned home, his family and friends would jokingly refer to him as a 憋老仔, as if he had become an outsider from the north. Now this is just my interpretation based on his PR statement. So in that kind of context, I understand the use of the slur as an inside joke. However, when you take an inside joke, especially one that carries discriminatory undertones, and put it in a song, it's gonna backfire. Because it's meant to stay within your own circle. So yeah, the outrage from the people over this slur is valid. Moving on to the third reason why people hate Skai's songs is because his cheating allegations. This whole drama happened back in 2024, so he got cancelled by Chinese netizens back then. And that was before he blew up internationally with his song Stacks from All Sides. All of the evidence I'm about to present to you is still publicly available on Skai's ex-girlfriend's Weibo and Douyin. According to his ex-girlfriend, young leader Nana, who is also a rapper, she exposed Skai's cheating history and more on Weibo on March 24th, 2024. Basically, Nana had been with Skai for 3 years and dated him back when he was still a nobody. From the evidence she provided, it seems like they were planning to get married sometime in 2024. But Skai cheated on Nana with a fan and got caught. Again. Yes, again. Because apparently he had already cheated on her and flirted with other girls back in 2022. He even wrote her a promise letter saying he would never do anything like that to hurt her again. But even after that letter, Skai continued to flirt with other girls, including Nana's best friend, slept with other girls, and followed pretty girls who use his music on social media and DM them for their WeChat to talk privately. Eventually, Nana had enough and decided to expose him with screenshots and photos. Honestly, there are so many receipts, I don't even know how to cover everything she put out. And in true rapper fashion, she dropped a diss track. In the diss track, she calls out how he slept with fans, among other heavy-hitting bars like, "You're so into feet that you hit up my bestie to go to the spa, cry to your bros about your feelings during the day, then send nudes to your bro's ex by night. Even a 56 yuan chicken pot you have to split evenly. When your apology scripts no longer work after 3 years, then you drop to your knees and cry. Have I ever performed a gig without taking you along or failed to introduce you to the right people? Who hasn't been backstabbed by you after working together?" I only translated some of the lyrics because there are too many. I gotta say, the flow of the diss track is pretty good, and she even used a voice recording of Skai in it. That kind of reminds me of Eminem's Warning. And in true rapper fashion, Skai responded with a diss track as well, but it took him over a year to respond. Here are some of the heavy-hitting bars. Feeling a little bit humiliated now, huh? Bet you didn't expect me to blow up like this big. I brought my bros with me to make money. You can go ask them yourself. I never give the cake to a Don't contact me. The money I once gave away, I'll just see it as eliminating troubles. I can start all over again from square one with nothing. Good thing I got rid of the mosquitoes before I hit the top. I used to earn a 4.2k salary. And so how was I supposed to feed all of those entitled people? All of them are gold diggers. Should I earn a fixed salary or go to make some dollars? Basically, the entire diss track is just Skai flexing his wealth at Nana, telling her she's getting nothing out of it. He didn't address any of the cheating or flirting allegations in his diss track or on his social media. However, he did admit he was the one at fault in a Douyin interview back in December 2024.
前段时间跟你前女友那个事情，会不会对你造成很大的影响？本身就是我做错的事。
Now you understand why some Chinese people don't like Skai's songs, because they don't like him as a person. Now, let's move on to the final reason why Chinese people hate Skai's songs is because he dethroned Jay Chou on Spotify. In July, Skai's monthly listeners on Spotify surpassed Jay Chou's, which made headlines and upset many people. But before I explain the hate, let me explain who Jay Chou is. Jay Chou is an A-list singer-songwriter with a massive influence on Mandopop. He is the king of Mandopop. So what does Jay Chou have to do with Skai? You see, when a rising artist like Skai suddenly tops the king of Mandopop, it's bound to make headlines. People who don't know Skai, or those who know him but not about his international virality, will be shocked by the headlines. And what do you think they're gonna do? They checked out his songs and compared them to Jay Chou's. And many felt that Skai didn't deserve his level of fame because his songs felt tacky and lacked substance in comparison.
真的没法理解，蓝老的那个什么大展宏图，还有那个什么来踩来踩，据说火到国外去了，还跟周杰伦比。在我看来，他这些歌跟过去的什么跟喵喵学喵叫，对吧？什么嘴巴嘟嘟有什么区别呢？还跟周杰伦比？你看周杰伦的每首歌，《东风破》，还有《青花瓷》，还有《烟花易冷》等等等等中国风的歌曲，每一首都有它的历史底蕴，每一首都有它的这种独特的旋律。再过50年、100年，我觉得周杰伦都不会过时。蓝老不一样了，再过2个月，可能2个星期都没人认识他是谁了，都会觉得这种东西只不过是猎奇的，是不是这样的？
To be fair, many of Jay Chou's songs are beautifully written, especially the ones with ancient traditional Chinese style. Those are basically poetry. But the market is brutal. Skai broke into non-Chinese speaking communities and international fans love him. So it's really not surprising that he dethroned Jay Chou on Spotify, not to me at least, because I witnessed the rise in real time on TikTok. As for the Chinese netizens who already hated Skai for his controversies, this news only fueled their hatred more. It's like pouring gasoline on fire. When Skai heard the news, he gave a humble response. He said he was just lucky and the time that we're in made him who he is, and that he is in no way comparable to Jay Chou. Some people see Skai as a bold and refreshing figure who pushed Chinese rap to a new level. Others hear unbearable, tacky noise. But whether you think his songs are tacky, iconic, or otherwise, Skai's viral success undeniably pushed Chinese rap and culture onto the global stage, and his work became an unapologetic symbol of pride for many people in the Chinese and other Asian communities. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.